Today we're not going to do a race. This is going to be a tutorial. I am going to explain how to get from a rookie license to a license D in 2 easy steps. Now I'm not going to explain the steps right off the bat. That would be too easy. I'm going to explain a little bit behind why the 2 steps work. First off, there are a lot of people who race in the rookie series and they have 50 and 100 races and they are still rookie licenses with a safety rating of less than 1.5. Now why they're like that I don't know, but they just keep on beating their head against the wall. So first off, we're going to take a look at some of those. If you go under events and watch the oval races, you'll get a chance to get this list up. And in here, if you go down, these orange ones I don't have the cars or tracks for, so I can't watch them. But what we're interested in is the street stock cars. The street stock cars are running, and if you look here, right now there's just open practice and time trials. At the top of the hour, there will be some races involved here, and that's what we're going to be watching. So we got a little bit of time, so I'm going to explain a couple of other things. It doesn't matter whether it's road races or oval. It works both ways. You can do the same thing. But the thing that got me started on this idea and to make this video tutorial was a post, "Rookies Don't Get Discouraged, Use Rookie Series As." And I was looking through that post and I was like, yeah. Now if only people would pay attention. But then I was thinking, how did I get from rookie to license D, so fast? This is me right here. My license, if you look across here, I have a license D with a safety rating of 2.89, and I've only been in 3 oval races. I have a class C, or a license C, with a safety rating of 3.58 in road races with only 4 starts. Because I don't have any incidents during races, or I try to, I minimize them. And that gives me my races and my safety rating goes up. But the idea is to get your safety rating up without having to do a lot of races with rookies who cause a lot of problems. So back here, we're going to go ahead and wait until the top of the hour and some races start in the Street Stock Series to get a little bit of an explanation of that. Okay, it's time for the Street Stock Rookie Series. It's time to get educated about some safety ratings and I ratings. We will go to Watch Oval and look for the Street Stock Series. There are 6 splits. It's the lower numbers are the better I rating, and the higher numbers are the lower I rating drivers. So 474 would be the better drivers. They'd probably have an I rating of 2,000 or better. Then you've got the guys in the middle, and then you've got the drivers who aren't so good, and they'll be in 479 in this particular split. Whichever one is the highest number is the split with the lowest I rating. And we're going to click on that to watch it. We're not really interested in the race so much as we are in the results page that comes up at the end of the race. But we will watch the race for its entertainment value, because they are always entertaining to watch the low iRating splits in the rookie series. Take a couple of minutes to load. We will be in spectator mode. They should be in warm-up until pace lap is like about 5 minutes in. I don't think we've gotten to that part yet. Okay, yes, they are still in warm-up. The grid is not too bad. There's 15. So at this point, we are just going to sit back and watch and have a good laugh at the mayhem.
Alright, are we going on the green or the pace car?
Green, green, green.
Way to go, fellas. I almost made it through. Why the fuck you stopping another goddamn track, man? God, you're fucking stupid.
Okay, now that race is over, we want to look at, I'm going to save that replay just for the fun of it. Now, what we want is the results. Okay, here are the results from that race. The first thing we're going to talk about is strength of field. It's 589. This has a iRating significance. The iRating of each of the cars in that race, averaged out thereabouts, comes out to the strength of field. So even though people are rookies, they don't have an iRating, it's hidden. You can deduce approximately what your iRating is based on the strength of field of the races you get put in for your splits. If you have a strength of field of around 589, you can figure your iRating is 589 plus or minus 200 or 300. As you can see from the few people in here that were Class D, the highest is a 776 and the lowest is a 69. That brings us up to the other thing here about disconnecting. Never ever disconnect in a race. It puts you last. If you are last, you lose iRating. If you are in the bottom half. So all of these people here lose iRating, except, well, this guy here, well, with a 69, there isn't much anywhere else he could go. He's got to go up. But these people gain iRating, and generally speaking, these people lose iRating. Except this guy. He's the exception. Hard to get lower than 69 when you're down that low. No matter what, you end up with a little bit of a gain. But they generally take the iRatings from the lower half, take some points away from them, and give those points, an equal amount of those, to the upper people. It's a zero-sum game. What some people lose, other people gain. Now the thing we're worried about is safety rating. In this race, we have 1, 2, 3 people, 4 people who gained safety rating. Everybody else lost safety rating or stayed even. So we have, what is this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 people. 4 people gained and the rest lost. So you got about a 25% gain, 1 in 4 chance to gain iRating or safety rating, and a 3 in 4 chance to lose, just based on luck in these races, because there isn't any skill involved in these. When you get this low, you've got wrecks happening all the time, and they take you out, whether it's your fault, their fault, nobody's fault, everybody's fault. You need to avoid these races altogether if you want to raise your safety rating. Okay, now that we've had a little bit of explanation of safety rating and iRating and why the rookies dig themselves so deeply into a hole, I'm going to explain how to dig yourself out of the hole and get a D license, even though you might be a rookie with a safety rating of 0.00. First, you go over here and you select a series. It doesn't matter whether you do your rookie street stock or in the oval, or you pick a road track and do your Mazda Cup. Either one will work. But for today, we're just going to go ahead and pick the street stock. Go to sessions. Now down here, you have a screen. You've got practices, qualifying, time trials, and races. Now practices are great. You go out there and you do these as much as you can. You get to ride on the tracks with other cars, and the incidents don't count. If you hit a wall or bounce up against something or accidentally hit another person or they hit you, it doesn't affect your safety rating. It doesn't go down. It also does not go up. To get your safety rating up, you have to do qualifying or time trials or races. Now, qualifying is quick and easy, but they're only once every hour, and you only get a very small safety rating improvement. Time trials last for 30 minutes, and they run every 2 minutes. Races run once each hour in the rookie series anyway. The trick to getting your safety rating up is to run time trials over and over again with 0 incidents. So here we go. Go to time trial, wait for it to count down, and then join. Okay, we are now going to join a time trial. Now, the reason you do a time trial is because you are the only one on the track. You can go around this track and get 0 incidents without any problems. If you can't do a 30-minute time trial with 0 incidents, you don't belong in a race anyway. So here we go. I'm going to do a time trial, and we've got about 30 minutes. Start out. This is the Charlotte Speedway, which is really easy. On your start out lap, don't go crazy. Your tires are cold. You'll spin out. In 3 and 4, go easy on your first out lap. Tires are cold. If you don't go slow, you'll likely slide out and hit the outside wall when you get out here on the front straight. At this point, you can probably start to go all out and not have any issues. I usually give it a little bit more to warm up. I am not here to get fast lap time or anything like that. I am here to turn laps over and over and over again with 0 incidents. No wall smacking, no spin outs, nothing but round and round and round.
38.931.
All right, here we go. From here on out, it's flat out. You don't have to go flat out, but the more laps you turn, the higher your safety rating at the end of the session, because it counts it by turns. For each corner you go by with no incidents, your safety rating goes up. You want the maximum number of corners turned without any incidents.
36.953.
All right, time to turn the music videos on, the other computer, and watch them while I go round and round. Okay, let me turn the music down. All right, I'm finished. I'm out of gas, and I'm going to coast around to the pits, and we'll call this time trial session over. All right, now that's 30 minutes. So I got 44 laps in, which is about typical. Sometimes I only get 43 in before I run out of gas. You can maybe get 45 if you take, 3 or 4 slow laps at the beginning at like half throttle and save some gas. You might be able to get an extra lap in. But the remaining time is under 20 seconds now anyway, and I'm rolling down pits. I'm going pretty kind of slow because I slowed down a little bit too much coming into the pits, but better safe than sorry. We're here for safety rating, not speed. We pull over here into my pits. Look at that, there's my checkered flag. We're gonna go over here, park this sucker here. All right, out we go. All right, generally speaking, that is your time trial. 0 incidents. Let's see, we quit. We'll save that replay. I might need parts of it for the video. Click continue. Now, we still, there we go. All right, now, this is the important part. Safety rating gain. I got a 0.44. That's a little bit more than I usually get. I usually get a 0.8 or so, but I jumped a gap. When you go from like 2 point something to 3 point something, they give you an extra 0.4. So I gained a little bit extra on that one. My time trial rating went up a little bit. That's unusual. Usually it's a 0 plus 1 isn't bad. Fastest lap time was 36.5 something. That's about all you're going to get in a fixed street stock on Charlotte. 44 laps. Like I said, I usually get something between 0.05 and 0.09 for my safety rating improvement per time trial. I'm not sure what the exact calculation is on that. It might be the more corners you have, the lower your safety rating gain is per time trial or something. But I've never gotten less than 0.05 safety rating gain in a time trial with 0 incidents. Now, compare that to the safety rating you gain in a race if you're one of the lucky few that actually gains safety rating instead of losing it. This is a vast improvement. It's a grind, but it's like an experience grind in an MMO. You're gaining experience. Every time you wreck, it's like dying in an MMO. You lose experience. A level, that would be your license. You got 6 levels in this simulator. Rookie to pro. If you're a rookie, you're level 1. If you're a pro, you're level 6, isn't it? Pro 6? Be about 6, yep. So there's 6 levels in this simulation type setup. and your experience can go from 0.00 per level to 4.99 per level. So that's that. Now in my time trial, I gained a safety rating of 0.44, but that was because I had that jump from 2.0xx to 3.xx, so they give you an extra little bit of a bump. My typical, that is another, here we go. Another time trial I did, I gained 0.06. This is typical for what I gain. Now, the other thing about time trials, do all of it. Don't just quit after you do 10 or 12 or 15 laps. Do the whole 30 minutes, because your safety rating is based on how many corners you could pass without any incidents. This person here also did a time trial, did 12 laps and had one incident, but only gained a 0.02. This is not how you raise safety ratings in a time trial. You do all 44 laps, all 30 minutes to maximize your safety rating improvement, and you grind it out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the secret to raising a rookie to Class D. There are 2 steps. You do events, go over here, you've got your sessions, you have your choices of things to do. Practice, you can learn how to drive the track in. Qualifying, if you do those good, you get a safety rating, but the laps are short, there aren't that many of them, so you don't gain a lot. A time trial, you can do, they last 30 minutes, they start every 2 minutes, so you can do them over and over and over again, and they're good for at least a 0.05. I haven't gotten anything less than a 0.05 yet, but it's probably possible to get less than that. But in either case, a 0.05 guaranteed is a lot better than a possible 0.12 or 0.15 1 out of 4 races, with 3 out of 4 races losing your safety rating. You end up slowly digging yourself into a hole doing races. Stay away from the races if you have a safety rating that is down here amongst the low of the low, where you're down at 1.97 and 1.69, 1.55, 0.59. These guys have dug themselves into a big hole because what they did was, instead of doing a lot of practices, learning the tracks, learning how to drive, doing some time trials, they went straight to racing and steadily drove their iRating down until they were in the splits from the races with the bad of the drivers. And then you're stuck digging yourself out of a hole. So hopefully you can do something with time trials. It's a grind, but it's a surefire way to get from a low rookie to a Class D and above. You can go all the way to Class A 4.99 just doing time trials and never have to worry about other drivers. But if your strength of field is 500, 600, 700, stop racing and start doing time trials.